Run, little snowflakes. Run. Here they come, the leaders of the new church, Reverend Cuz.
Hello, viewers!
Oh, I was doing Vogue.
Vogue. Everybody move to the music. Hi, I'm Nutbag.
I'm Skako, but at least I live
Madonna.
in Portugal now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Express yourself.
Yeah. I like to express myself. But hello.
She was like relevant, like now
Well, she tries to be relevant now.
Well, no.
Throw gap too. She looks like she looks like a white Michael Strahan.
And who she's shacked up with a 26-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah. Okay, back when you came out in the 80s, you know, you had some influence, this, that, and the other. But,
and even in the early
you're
90s, but then that was it. You're done. You're done.
Well, hello, everybody.
Hello. Yes, this isn't the Bash Madonna show, which we could, though.
Oh, we could. We could spend all day on that. Oh, what happened?
We went blank.
I was going to say, we could spend all day on that crap.
I know.
But that's not what we're here for.
No.
Unless she's making the news, and then we'll talk about her.
Yes.
But we're not talking about her.
No. She didn't make the news. Other than the fact that she's sitting at home and people think she's losing her marbles because all the tweets that she's putting out, they're like,
she is nuts.
What the hell is she talking about?
But all I'm saying is finally she's gone. She moved out of the country like she said she would. Now, if we can just get all the other skanks and douchebags to move out like they said they would, then we'd be all right. Like Rosie O'Donnell for one.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I know.
Unfortunately.
I mean, they talk about all the, getting rid of the cows and the methane. Like, you get rid of Rosie O'Donnell, my gosh, we go into the negatives.
Oops, wrong one.
What are you doing?
I was looking for this.
Oh.
You were right about that.
All right.
Not only that, but she is, I tell you what, she's not aging well. I just, they show pictures of her, and it's like, okay, look back at a movie I liked, which was the baseball one.
League of Their Own?
Yeah, League of Their Own. Liked League of Their Own. She was good. She was all right in that.
Both those cakes were in there.
So, yeah, I know. The two we're talking about. But then you look at her now. From there. Now, granted, the League of Her Own came out like 90s, 91 or something like that, early 90s, but she's not
Gina Davis
well.
still looks good.
I know she does. Yes, she does. Gina Davis still looks good.
Just saying. Plus, she's smart.
Yes.
She's Mensa.
But she's, Rosie, she's looking a little frumpy.
Yeah, especially with that, was it Kim Jong-un haircut she's got going.
Kim Jong-un the haircut. Speaking of which, I know that was a big
dead or not.
I know. And who cares? Well, I guess they didn't want his sister. They were afraid his
she looks like a
she is a bitch. No, they already said that that if she takes over, yeah. They were like, oh, maybe things will calm down if she comes in. And they're like, no, she's actually more of a nutbag than he is.
She's nutsy Fagin.
All you got to do with him is just throw him a carton of cigarettes and some food, and he's all right. Because he smokes, from what I understand, he says he smokes like 4 packs a day.
Damn. Where's he getting all the cigarettes from after you put sanctions on them?
I wonder. He's getting them from China. They're Chinese cigarettes. Direct from Wuhan.
Well,
no, he gets the good shit. He gets the good shit.
Well, maybe he gets Cuban cigars.
Oh, he could be
Cubans.
from Cuba.
All right.
Anyway,
that's all. As we're rambling,
I know
we have a lot to get to.
Yeah. So
let's go ahead and get on with some news action.
Let's go.
Whoa!
Oh, cut short.
Oh, you cut me off guard, you fat bastard.
Oh, no, we got long show.
Oh, sucky. Long show, short intro.
Yes. It's like short attention span. Oh, you Americans have.
Yes.
You'll be back with China in a couple months.
Yes.
Oh, we welcome you back with open arms.
That's right. Oh. Wet market will soon be wetter than ever.
Yes. Oh, we can bring wet market to USA.
Freaking wet market. Oh,
Can you
my
imagine
gosh.
it? I can imagine if they had something like that in this country. Oh, OMG. Well,
It
first off, PETA would like lose their minds. And that's what I don't understand. So that tells you how little influence that PETA has. You know, it's like, PETA, why aren't you running over in China and protesting? Oh, because you're going to get locked up.
Because they whoop their ass.
Oh, yeah, you'll get locked up and shot. Yeah, between that.
Oh, I'll give you a wood shampoo.
Yes.
All right, let's move on before
But
you
anyway,
get on.
I know,
your
get another thing.
rant. Oh,
Oh. Yikes.
Beetlejuice.
Which
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Who's who?
I don't know.
Is that Michael Keaton in blackface?
No.
That's terrible.
No, that's Ralph Northam.
No, or does he have the hood on his head?
Oof. All right, so
Anyway.
So this is Lori Lightfoot, skank. And the reason I bring her up, we're only spending like 5 seconds on her ass. She's the mayor of Chicago. Well, she just put out a little video here recently. I think it was either today or yesterday, where she's talking to how she's saying that that Chicago's had it, and with this social distancing, if you're not social distancing yourself, you're gonna be treated like a criminal, and you'll be put in jail.
I have a question for
Yes.
the mayor.
Yes.
Reverend Cuz.
Yes.
Okay, so what about all the other rampant murders and robberies that are occurring as we speak?
What are you talking about? I'm talking about lives. I'm talking about saving lives here.
Yes, it's saving life.
I don't care about the over 3,000 murders a
Right.
year in my city.
But you know
I'm going to have social distance.
But you know what?
I've had it.
You know what? This brings up. I'm glad we brought up my. I just had like an epiphany.
Uh-oh. Don't hurt
It just
yourself.
popped in my head. Why is it? So maybe I know that was it. That was it. And there it went, right down the old toilet. This is my thing. Okay, she's African American,
Yes.
so obviously she doesn't really seem to. It doesn't really seem to bother her that black on black crime, which is most of the murder rate. Let's put it. The most of the murder rate that occurs in Chicago is gangland violence. Then it's usually black on black crime. Obviously, that doesn't bother her. You know, so she's more concerned about uppity white people and uppity black people in the city getting together with 10 people or more or whatever.
It was,
But yet,
our little fundraiser
Right.
for our club.
oh yes,
Oh.
it's all right, Mayor. We're going to put some money in your coifers. She'd be like, "What's that? You ain't sticking nothing in my coifers."
My coifers. I'm married and I'm gay, so don't you put your hands on my coifers.
Oh no, dear. That means your bank account.
Excuse me?
Yes, ma'am.
How about that?
Yes, how about that? But this might so she's more concerned about social distancing among rich people in Chicago, other than the south end of Chicago, where murders happen they're like a dime a dozen every day. I want her to go on record and saying that she's saying that she wants social distancing to keep people alive. However, she doesn't really give a shit about the murders that occur in the poor districts of Chicago.
Correct. Well,
I just want that. I want to make sure
because I'm mayor. I've already got what I need from
Right.
from you people, and believe me, she doesn't give a shit about anybody. All right,
No.
but I'm mayor now, so I don't give a shit. I've got what I need. I'm where I am, so f all y'all.
Yep. That's
I'm gonna get my hair did.
That's right. Yeah. Social distancing. I'm
what?
sure she gets the arrest papers while next time she's at her salon.
Yeah, and this is her hair after she got it done. So look. All I'm saying is go wash your hair, and then we just jump in the car and you stick your head out the door out the window like a dog. Poof, done. You ain't got to spend shit on that. Skank. I can't. All right, we're done with her.
Yes.
Get off. We just wanted to say, with all the murders in Chicago, that doesn't seem to be a big deal. But now we have social distance violators. Now we're serious about crime.
Shoot them.
So stupid. But you know what? Bravo, Chicago. You got what you wanted. Good job. You in New York over there. Yeah, just Wonderful.
And that's one of the reasons why we live here and we don't live there.
Thank you.
And why Florida's pissed off at New York because they're getting a bunch of they're getting a bunch of people from New York moving to Florida, and they're like, we don't want you all down here.
No, you
bring your troubles.
You saw Gronk's going there,
huh?
Gronk.
Oh yeah, going to Tampa Bay.
You stupid ass. Nobody wants. Have you ever seen him? Like, you ever listened to him talk for more than 5 seconds? He's an idiot.
You know what? He's the only one I know that's got CTE before CTE.
I think he's learning disabled. Anyway. All right. Oh.
You know, I'm glad. I am really glad.
Yes.
That you had that picture, because that right there, that shows you what she was like back in the 90s.
Yep.
Because I mean, if you see her today, Miss Reed, you're another one that just kind of age just isn't a friend.
Oh, that's not very nice.
I know it's not very nice.
It's not very.
But I noticed that you keep bringing up the good picture, good looking picture. Well,
It's the one that when you Google, this is what comes up.
Right.
But so why are we talking about Tara Reid again? Well, here's the thing. All right. So all of the social justice warriors from back in the Kavanaugh era, when Kavanaugh was going through the hearings for Supreme Court, and old Blasey, whatever her name was,
Blasey Ford.
Blasey, what that skank? I can't stand her. Anyway, and no, I don't believe you. All right. Anyway, but so she was getting supported by everybody else and this, that, and the other. Now, it's the same people that she got supported for who are now blasting Tara Reid here, saying that she's just going for or trying to affect the election, this and the other. And you had that skank who I can't stand, Deborah Messing, if everybody knows who that skank is. She's over there blasting her for it and saying, "Oh, this and that." And I thought all women were supposed to be believed. Am I missing something?
But there's caveats.
Oh,
which they didn't tell anybody about. I guess it must be in their secret circle.
Oh, okay. So so Tara Reid's getting death threats, and she's getting blasted. So she got a email from this Linda Dubois, and we haven't looked her up to find out exactly who she is. But she was calling Reid an effing whore, a disgrace to womanhood for coming forward against Biden. Really? I thought all women were to be believed. Again, where is it's the hypocrisy of the whole thing when it comes to the left, right? And the Democrats. You guys, again, the Democrats talk all this stuff about women's rights. You guys, Democrats, you've set women back freaking 50 years. Seriously, and I'll go on the limb and say, freaking the civil rights movement, you've chucked them back 50 years. As much as you enslave people in freaking inner cities, same thing. You rat bastards. I hate them all. I swear, they're such hypocritical assholes. And I will say, we got another listener on Twitter who's just come over from the black man, come over from the Democratic Party. He said in his tweet, he says, I've never got called a racial slur until I supported Trump. Then he said that then all my so-called friends and Democrats are calling me racial slurs and stuff. Welcome home, son, because that's what you're going to get. You're cool as long as you're cool. Until you don't believe what they believe anymore, then you're a piece of shit.
Well, that's the key, isn't it? It's that's what you would do. Going back to your point, the one thing I'll chime in on is we talked about it last week, so I'm not going to go a little bit too much further. But it's like all women need to be believed that believe the same thing we do. Well, and that's kind of like the mantra of a lot of people now. They're like, a lot of people are like that. They're like, you need to, I believe in this as long as as long as it's something I believe in. If it's I don't believe in it, you're a piece of shit.
Well, as long as it's within the realm that I believe it to be so.
And that's the whole thing. And it doesn't surprise me that the Democrats have convalesced around Joe Biden. No. And I think, but there's a lot of them that I think are kind of walking on eggshells because Reverend Cousin and I were talking about before too long. is if there is some damning evidence that comes out that they got some of the more moderate ones that came out, they're in dangerous territory because they came out and said all women need to be believed. So if they completely back Joe Biden and something were to come out that's damning, let's say 3 or 4 months from now, then they're caught in the loop. Then they're going to be caught with pie in their face, like some of these other, like Nancy Pelosi or whatever is. So, and this is in an interview with Joe Biden, who has a hard enough time remembering where he's at. Joe, you're in the basement of your own house. Okay, you're not in the bunker underneath the White House.
Dumbass.
But one of the things I thought was interesting, a lot of news was made this week because everybody was trying to get Joe, you need to come out and address this. You need to come out and address it. Well, finally Friday, he came out and addressed it. Of course, he went on.
Kind of.
He went. Well, what's funny is he went on MSDNC, which is a safe network for Joe.
MSLSD.
However, I give credit where credit's due. Mika Brzezinski was doing the interview with him. And she sat there and she kept prodding him. And she was prodding him about it. And she's like, well, Mika was like, well, why don't you just produce the papers and then this will be all cleared up. She's like, just show everybody the papers. And Biden would not answer her question. And as a matter of fact, Joe was sitting there. You could tell he was getting kind of uncomfortable about it. And it was like this long dead air. And Mika Brzezinski's like, why don't you just show the public the information? And she's like, this will all be over with. And Biden did not say two shits. So I will say this.
Which is funny because usually she's a doormat for the Democrats.
Yeah,
she just throws the softballs and let them hit them out of the park.
And she wasn't I tell you what, she wasn't Friday. And she got some heat from some far lefties, but a lot of other, even people on the regular left and the right were actually kind of surprised that she asked that question. And he was just like,
Joe. Oh, he's gonna produce the papers, but they're in the Library of Congress. Go find them over there.
Yeah, go find them. So
that's not where they are.
But this isn't going to go away. This is going to haunt you up until Election Day. It's not going to go away. So
the only thing I want is that this whole virus bullshit clears up, so we can actually have a debate. Because I want to see Trump wipe the floor with his stupid ass. I gotta see him. Just knock his punk ass out. Which, if he ever goes into him against a debate, he is going to slaughter his ass. So I want to see that. So anyway, let's get rid of them. Hi, Miss Vivian.
Hello. I know I waved to her while you were talking. I saw her. I was on there. I was kind of because I don't want to interrupt you.
I appreciate that. That's very nice.
Like, hello. Hello.
All right. Oh, here we go. Here we go. One of our.
Excuse me?
Mm-hmm. What's he doing over there?
So, if anybody doesn't know, obviously our lovely friend de Blasio, who's a complete jackass, I don't know how I'm surprised he can wipe his own ass. I mean, this guy is such a effing idiot. But anyway, so as being the New York City mayor for, I think, the second time, way to go, New York, jackasses. So this is his lovely wife, Shirlane McCray. Now, he has appointed her the head of the Coronavirus Racial Inequality Task Force of New York City. Racial inequality for the coronavirus.
What is that exactly?
That's a good question. Didn't New York get like every ventilator, every mask, every ship tent on the freaking planet? Which we didn't talk about this today on this show, but Cuomo is getting nailed because he ordered half this crap and he pulled stuff from all these other hospitals that needed it and everything else. He pulled it to wherever in New York, and they didn't end up using not even half of the stuff. Even was it a Mercy? Is that the Mercy? Is the Mercy was one that was it Mercy in New York?
The ship, yeah.
That's even left. They said they used possibly like 10, 20 beds, maybe. And then so it's moved on.
And then today they're folding up the shop in Central Park. I guess.
Oh yeah, the tent. Oh, the whole
yeah, I can't remember what the name of the organization was or whatever. But there's like nobody there.
Yeah.
So they're folding up all the tents and getting out of Central Park.
And I won't even talk about the $136 million like some hospital wing they had to put up like immediately, which I think is Whiting Turner, which is a New York-based contractor, got the contract for that. Imagine that. Mm-hmm. Well, now they don't even need it. Way to go. But anyway, so he's appointed his wife, like I said, the head of the Coronavirus Racial Inequality Task Force. Now, here's what it said. The economic and racial disparities that have been made so clear by this crisis, we knew them before, said de Blasio. But she's going to head up the what do they call it? The task force to make sure that this racial inequality doesn't go unchecked. Really? What? So this is the same woman who used to be the head of the Mayor's Fund to Advance the City of New York, whatever. And apparently, even from Democrats in New York, apparently she was the head of that, and she didn't do such a good job. Even the Democrats in New York were like banging on her, saying that she attended less than half of the fund's board meetings, and she barely even performed outreach to donors to get money into there. So it's kind of like just struggling. Now, here's the very interesting thing about this skank, and yeah, I'm gonna call him skank. I don't give a shit. Who's worthless. So back in 1979, she penned a groundbreaking essay entitled, get this, "I am a lesbian and I'm coming out as a black gay woman."
Well, I can see it. I'm about the only thing that marries something like him.
Well, because he ain't no man. He's a little bitch ass. But so she's gay. She's lesbian, but she marries him, and she's got 2 kids by him. And here's why I'm bringing that up. It's because when she penned this essay, she got all these accolades, because this is back in 1979, right? So a lot of this shit wasn't been written, as far as coming out, this and the other. So she got all these accolades. She got a lot of positions on, like, I think it was like Mayor Dinkins' administration. He was the mayor of New York back in the day, and so she got a lot of appointments based on this, because she was such a groundbreaking progressive. And then back in, I think it was 1994 or something like that, then she marries white bread here. And now all of a sudden, she's married to a man and has 2 kids. I guess he turned her straight.
I guess he did. I don't know. I can't figure it out. Dan.
I don't know.
I'll type no.
But he's
anybody like him.
He's put her at the head of another committee or another task force here that's going to write down the shitter.
But what I was going to say, which means absolutely nothing. I don't.
Well, she's going to be in charge of. She's going to be in charge of money, which is the problem.
Well, yeah. Well, see, the thing is, I think where this is coming from. Okay, we talked about it. I think I don't know about last week, the week before, whatever. But they're coming out saying that the coronavirus is hitting minority communities kind of harder than other communities, but the doctors are saying that the reason why has a lot to do with underlying medical conditions like hypertension, sickle cell, diabetes, and stuff like that. And it has nothing to do. So it's like, okay, is that what this committee's for? Is she just trying to say, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Unless all your rich friends there are taking the money, which that wouldn't be a surprise.
That happens all the time.
Right. But what are you going to do? It's a committee that's going to do absolutely, or it's a position that's going to do absolutely nothing. So
it's not. But the thing is my problem is she's going to be in a position where she's going to be probably where she can affect probably funds and this and certain finances, and she's going to end up like shoving them up her ass or wherever she's going to put them. and it's going to go to wherever. Again, not to mention what de Blasio and, like I said, Cuomo have done with this whole coronavirus bullshit, all this money that they've wasted. And matter of fact, all the resources that they have taken that it's needed elsewhere. Test kits, masks, ventilators, hospital bed, you name it. And they didn't use it up. They didn't even end up using half of them. So it's like you're a failure, and so go ahead and put your wife in front of the racial task force, whatever the F that is.
Speechless.
Way to go!
The people of New York.
Way to go, New York! Again, the pair love all. So there was. Did we talk about this before? When he got his driver to come get them to drive him to a park in New York, or actually it wasn't in New York, it's in New Jersey somewhere, so they could go hiking.
Yeah, I do, and I actually saw that on TV.
And some dude was like following, was like, "What is this?
Right.
What you're supposed to?" Some dude, and he sounded like he was definitely a sweet pea, probably a liberal, but he was blasting them. He's like, is this social distancing? You're supposed to be setting the standard, and you got people driving you everywhere. It's like,
right. Yeah, well, we talked. The only thing we talked about last week is just the do as I say, not as I do mentality.
Yeah.
Everybody stay at home, stay safe, and the next thing you know, you're seeing these people out in certain people out and about the beach, out in the woods, having parties. But
like
it's
all
right for me.
Like I said, they even had a driver come get them and drive them. Must be nice. And old Beetlejuice there getting their hair done.
Yep.
But I'm in front of the public. I need my hair done.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, it sure as hell looked like you need more than your hair did. You need a lot more than that.
Excuse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I think we're done.
Hallelujah.
We are done with the news. Thank goodness. All right, I'm not doing. I could go on the news for forever. There's so much stupidity running around. Jeez, criminy. But anyway, let's on to other things. So forth and so on. Like, look at this lovely young man here. So this is Richard McGuire, 42. And so Richard McGuire got a little creative with social distancing. So he decided that he took a boat over to the Disney
Discovery Island.
Discovery Island at Disney World, which has been abandoned since 1999. but he's going to quarantine himself on the island.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so it's another thing is, so just it's a part of this. So I went and looked up like Discovery Island and like looked at it, and they showed pictures of it now. Mm-hmm. It's like, but all this shit they just abandoned, just right there. It's crumbling. It's like,
that's what they do.
You couldn't find something to do something with this with, or have maybe sell it to somebody to maybe do something with. Because I read part of the reason why is they said that the maintenance to keep it up as far as the rest of the park, it was a little bit too expensive for that. But I was like, you could get somebody. So like all these buildings, all these attractions, all this stuff is just sitting there crumbling, wasting away.
Well, and
most of it was the animal kingdom, but still.
And well, in a lot of and some of this I kind of have a hard time believing because we're talking. Come on, we're talking Disney. We're talking we're talking billions and billions and billions of dollars every year. Come on. And you're right, though. But, that's not the first place. If you go online and you look at some of these places that abandoned amusement park, let's just say you abandon amusement park, they just leave the shit. They up and leave. There's like old Ferris wheels still there, merry-go-rounds. I was like, they just leave the crap. There's military bases that have shut down. They leave the buildings. The buildings are empty. They're just sitting there.
Well, just let somebody go play in them or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to go play in them.
Exactly. I'll go.
Enter at your own risk, and then have it.
Yeah, sign a waiver. So if you end up falling through a crevice or something like that, you can't sue for dying because nobody will be there to hear you. And we have no cell service.
Well, I spell quarantine is right. How you spell quarantine?
Quarantine.
Okay, that's why I have an editor for my book. Quarantines. Is that's not an apostrophe? Quarantines.
There.
Man quarantines there. All right, there we go. Boink.
There you go.
But it's like, so I'm like, thinking this like, it's a whole island all to myself. It's like, oh, it's nice in here. All right, shut up.
Bloody bird.
Oh, you know what? I could kill the birds. I could kill the birds and have something to eat.
Exactly.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Hold on. I think I'll go to the Epcot Center snack bar. Give me some some little tasties, and then I'll go to the island.
There you go. And then I'll bring you over some birds. No, not like the flying birds.
What happens when you what happens when you see a bird?
Oh, you always want to try and get it down. I know it's a little bit of me text symbol.
It's apparently they went on the loudspeaker when he's taking the boat over,
which I think is funny. How do you get access to the boat?
That's a good question. So they were on the loudspeaker saying, "Hey," because they couldn't get, I guess, security or whatever else. They couldn't get them in time. So I guess people are still doing some kind of maintenance on the rest of the park.
Right. Doing cleanup.
Right.
Going.
So this guy grabs a boat, takes it, starts taking over the island. So they get on the loudspeaker. It's like, excuse me, sir. You're not allowed over there.
Yeah. Hey.
Excuse me? Excuse
That's probably
me?
what it was.
Excuse me?
Oh, what in the hell do you think you doing up over there, mofo?
Yeah.
Get your ass out that boat.
You know what? I think this guy in jail. They're gonna be like patting him on the back. They're gonna be like, man, dude, that's awesome. How in the hell did you get away with that?
I wish I thought of that.
I know. I'm stuck in a house, quarantined with my wife and my 3 crumb snatchers, and they're all getting on my nerves. I tell you what, I love this guy.
And so he was like, he claimed that he didn't know the island, multiple posted no trespassing signs, and 2 closed gates. Yeah. Oh, that's for everybody else, not for me.
Not for me.
Because
Do you know who I am?
It's a small world after all,
Exactly.
and I want to make it.
No, nobody's used. Yep.
Where's the rum?
maybe he's like trying to dig for treasure.
A Disney security representative said that she asked the agency to press charges after she saw McGuire using a company boat to get to the island. Okay,
So-
where's to get the keys?
Exactly,
Or is it just a push button?
That begs the question: how do you get? Okay, so this obviously is on the complex. Is this or is this not
Yes.
on the Disney?
Yeah, it
complex?
is.
So first off, he had to get on the complex somehow.
Yes.
I mean, I know it's vast and everything, but to make it through that far, and then to get on the boat, the Disney boat, and start her right up. Yep, and motorboat all the way to the island. It does make one wonder.
Where's the rum?
You drank it all, you silly fat cow. We need to get more.
Oh, this is my rum. I'll go to Epcot Center. I'll get me some Mickey Mouse little popsicles, and then I'll be good to go on all.
Well, you know, over in Epcot Center, you got like in the country areas. You know,
Yes.
you can pick up some beer in Germany.
Oh, there we go.
And then Spain. I'm not sure if they have Spain over there.
I can't remember. It's been
Spain.
so long
I know
since
it's been forever and a day. But yeah, they can go to Spain and get some rum. Grab your rum. Grab you some
Okay.
more rum.
Right.
We want
And we got some
Rum.
I'll get some bratwurst over in Germany.
Yes,
and then we go
brats
get
and
some rum.
brats and kraut, and then go over to Scotland and get some fish and chips.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, we got some
Yeah,
fish
lovely.
and chips.
And some fizzy.
Yeah, and some fizzy pop, and some kettle crisps.
Oh, kettle
God,
crisps.
we can't forget the kettle crisps. But you know, you had it. This guy had it made, but then this busybody security guard
Well, what he
had
should
to
have
ruin
done,
it.
he should have took the damn boat over in the dark at night.
Right, exactly. We're going stealth. Boy, see what it is. Icarus went a little bit too close to the sun. He's probably like, you know what? They haven't caught me yet, so I don't think they're gonna catch me. And he just was like, he got carried away. He got cocky, just like a typical criminal.
Mm-hmm.
Typical criminals will do it once and get scared, but then if they get away with it, then they'll do it again, and they get more confident and more cocky, and then eventually they just let their guard down completely, and boom.
It was a good plan to start out with.
Yep.
Savage.
Yes,
But
and
you
I'm
screwed it up.
jealous. Yes, you screwed up, so you go in the dumbass file.
Yeah, dumbass criminal file.
Yes. You could have been on that island for like God only knows how long.
Dude,
Because God only knows when they're going to open.
freaking party and all kinds.
Oh,
of
I know. God only knows when they're going to open Disney World back up. They're talking probably not for another 2 months. So you got to live there for like 2 months with just minimal skeleton crew watching over.
You could have waited until at nighttime, went over there, and you could have stolen a bunch of those little freaking Star Wars Coke bottle grenade looking things.
Yep. That TSA won't allow on the plane because they look like.
Did you see the thing on I think it was on Twitter or Facebook where the dude found them in some other country that they were selling? They had bought some. Had like a whole case and they were selling them for like next to nothing.
Really?
Dude bought like 3 cases of them. Now he's gonna come over here or whatever, probably go on eBay or whatever else to sell them damn things for probably like $5 million a piece.
I know.
Something.
That's crazy.
Anyway. All right. So we go from it's a small world after all, and Disney Park to we go to so basically we're going to children's entertainment,
right?
Over to
not so much.
Oh
my!
Oh, go ahead, honey, shake it. All right, you all right?
I do my.
He's reliving his old days.
Old days were about 2 months ago.
No. I don't know if you can
seems like a long time ago.
See Chicky here. She's about half naked. Mm-hmm. So we're in Oregon. Did it say exactly where in Oregon we're?
I know the article.
Oh, yeah, Portland. We're in Portland, Oregon, and we are at the Lucky Devil Lounge in Portland, Oregon. Now,
Lucky Devil.
Mm-hmm. Now you might say, "What's the Lucky Devil?" Well, it is a strip joint. It's a strip joint. So the Lucky Devil is a strip joint in Portland, Oregon, who, I guess the owner, being the businessman he is, said, how can I continue to do business, make money, and pay my girls, right? And still deal with the coronavirus shutdowns where I can have all these people in my club.
Yep. And the social distancing.
I got it.
Eureka.
Wait
a minute.
Oh, Eureka. Oh. Drive-through strip club. Yes. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see this picture.
It's a little dark.
But
we kind of did that on purpose. It's a family show, sort of.
Not really.
No.
But anyway. So this is like one of these big event tents, right? And so they have, and I don't know if you can see, they have these little barriers on each side. So you drive up in your car, and I don't know if you can see them here. Like there's one here and one over there. You got some strippers on the poles, and so and here's the thing: not only can you sit there and watch the entertainment, and apparently I forget how many of these tents he has set up. He has quite a few, but not only can you watch the entertainment, but you can also order food.
Oh, isn't that nice?
That is nice. Yes. So drive-thrus aren't just for fast food anymore.
Well, it depends on what your definition of fast food is.
That right. A strip club in Oregon had to alter its business model due to the coronavirus pandemic, which has forced restaurants, bars, and venues to close their dining and showrooms. So to help its employees continue to make money during the shutdown, the club opened up a drive-through experience. So Sean Bolden, owner of the Lucky Devil Lounge in Portland, Oregon, told Fox News that the idea for his club, New Drive-Thru Lane, came about when he was contacted by a local event company. He said employees at the event company were also out of work due to the shutdown, but they're willing to work with the Lucky Devil Lounge to create a new experience in the club's parking lot. Bolden said he mulled over the idea for about a week.
That didn't take long.
That didn't take long. And he's like, let me think. Oh,
that sounds about right. That sounds nice.
So after figuring out a way to pull off the idea while still keeping the dancers safe and maintaining social distancing, Boulder said the club's parking lot was transformed using tents, stages, music equipment, and barricades. He says, it reminded me of driving through a haunted house, he said. I don't know what kind of girls you got working.
I know. What, like an erotic haunted house?
I didn't put this. Oh shit! We're all the way at the bottom. Hold on.
It's like what? All the ghosts were naked. Well, probably ghosts would be kind of naked, maybe. I don't know. You don't take your clothes with you when you go, so I guess everybody would be naked.
Yeah, well, yeah,
but I don't go to a haunted house.
I mean, what kind of women you got working there?
I know. What is AOC here? She's stripping.
Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
So I can see some.
What?
That's some dude. He's taking the kids to McDonald's for drive-through, and he's like, let me take a look. He's got this minivan full of kids. He comes in there and
hey. No, he sees. Oh, what it is they see this sign. They're like going to McDonald's, and they see a sign saying fresh food. You know,
drive-through.
Like a family special, spaghetti and meatballs, $8, and they go, that sounds great.
Let's go through the tent.
Hey guys, you want some? Oh my goodness. Oh my. Hey, Daddy, can we stay? Can we?
Daddy.
Close your eyes.
Look at the kids on that bimbo.
Wait, isn't that mom up there? No, she should be on the street corner down the road.
Oh, I thought
she's on the corner of.
I thought she was working at McDonald's drive-thru.
Yeah, she's working
at drive-thru, all right.
Now I wonder if this business model will be picked up by, like, let's say McDonald's and Wendy's and stuff. All of a sudden you pull up at the window. You know, hi, welcome. Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Can I get you something? Would you like a Big Mac? How about we got some chocolate and vanilla milkshakes back here too. And we just got back in stock some cherry pies. I feel like breaking into a Warren song. She's my cherry pie. Oh my gosh.
All right, so if you know there's going to be some jackass that's going to like rip right through there.
I know.
Not pay any kind of coverage just so he can look at a couple of boobies.
Hey, get away with it there.
Oh, roll down the window. Roll down the window. Hit it.
I'd put spikes out. They probably got spike strips. For non-payers. They got spike strips for non-payers.
Oh, my gosh.
You know what? God.
Savage.
You said it. That's a double savage.
Savage.
How about that?
Yes, sir, honey. You said it. I gave this guy, this is great. I was telling Reverend Cuz, I watched this show. I watched the segment last night. Reverend Cuz already had it. I watched the segment last night on the Greg Gutfeld show, and they were talking about it. And I just think how ingenious. You know, and the one thing, a lot of people, and the one thing is, they were talking about, they were like joking about it, but it's kind of seriousness too, is the women, whether or not you believe in, strippers, whatever, it's a job. It's a job. That's their job. And they cannot file for unemployment because of morality clauses. So they cannot get any type of money from the government or anything like that from being laid off, even though money is going out to a lot of other people that should be getting money. But anyway.
We pay Congress people, don't we?
You got that right.
Yeah, why don't you go look at that moral clause in there?
Yeah, exactly. Or immoral clause they got going on there.
Budgies.
But anyway, which they refused to come back to Washington, which that's no big loss. But
you know what? Like I said, people have been saying on Twitter for the last couple weeks, they ought to be forfeiting all their freaking pay. You
exactly.
Assholes.
You instead, but instead on the last bill they put in the thing about them getting a raise
25%.
Anyway,
not. For any percent at all,
right.
Not like 5 or 10, 25.
Right, 25. That's
who
crazy.
the hell gets 25% raise
for not doing anything?
Yeah,
They're not doing anything.
Rabbit.
You're sitting at home anyway.
Bastards.
I think this idea
Anyway,
is great.
back-
I would
back-
love to see, as long as the food's good too. You know, I'm all about the food.
Well, you
I
know,
like there's nothing like having a.
Excuse me?
You have said it, honey.
I'm all about the food.
There's nothing like having a nice sirloin steak and a baked potato.
Oh, now you're talking about the Huddle Club.
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
I was actually talking about this one place in Fort Worth, Texas. But it's
Is that where they had the women had the ashless chaps?
I don't know. I wasn't. That was one of the ones where the one poor girl fell off the pole. And and she had to be helped off stage. Yeah, it wasn't a good night for her.
It wasn't.
But I think this
I-
entrepreneurship,
you know what,
this is like entrepreneurship at its best.
It is. This is not my scene anymore. However, I'll give you double thumbs up for being creative and keeping your people employed.
Well, not yet. You're keeping you're getting income back in for yourself. You're getting income back in for your girls. You figured out a way to creatively follow the guidelines out there in Oregon. And and when I heard it was Oregon, I was just kind of like, well, I mean, Oregon is kind of a free for all, like very
Yes.
liberal place.
So
but
probably-
I was still kind of shocked because they still like to put these caveats on shit, as we know.
So the girls probably come out with like long hair just pasted on their face and like galoshes.
Like with the police, and they're like, I can see that they sent the Oregon State Police are on their way to break this up, and then you see like a line of police cars in there, and they're like, "Hey," the cops are like, "All right, baby." Oh, that's it. Hit me harder. I like it. Here's my wood. Here's my stick. Give me a wood shampoo.
Oh yeah. Oh, here we go. Get back in that suit.
Oh. What's that? Oop. There goes the uniform.
Oh, she likes it a little. She likes it a little rough.
Oh, a little. How about my take? Give me back my taser. I think it's great.
It is. So basically, it works like this: cars pull in, the DJ starts playing the song. Several dancers wearing gloves and face masks because why do you don't care about the face masks? They can wear them because that's not what you're there to see anyway.
Right. Honey, you can put a plastic bag over your head. You can be ugly as sin.
Dancers wearing face masks and gloves come out, perform for the length of the song, then the customer's food is brought out to their car. The club even throws in a free roll of toilet paper because it's in such high demand.
That's it. I'm going to Oregon. All right. Larry Hogan. We need to open up this. That's right. I'm going to bypass you. I'm going to go. We need to open something like this up. I'm up in
You know what?
Hagerstown.
Matter of fact, we're going to open it up and it's going to be a male dance club. We're going to be the strippers.
I resent that. We'd make a couple cents.
Exactly.
Honey, we don't take rolls of quarters. Wait a minute, that's a roll of
Why are
pennies.
they throwing cores at?
I'll tell you what.
Get off the stage, you fat bastard. Well, that's
I did
all
not
right.
know. I did not know this, but now I am really sold. Not only do you get food, not only do you get dinner and a show, okay, something that we sorely miss right about now. You get a dinner and a show,
Yep.
But oh my God, you get a little bit of toilet paper.
You know what? You know what the toilet paper is for?
Oh,
Just so you clean up.
yeah. Oh. Why are you wiping down the steering wheel? Oh, shut up and go back to sleep.
Oh, is that? That sure is only Windex on that window.
Oh.
All right, so there we go for the Portland, the Lucky Devil. Strip
And you
Club.
are Lucky Devils out in Portland. I think it's.
I think that ought to be on background music all the
I
time.
know. Welcome to Conformity Antidotes. Run, little snowflakes. Run.
Run, little snowflakes.
Then have like two little snowflakes like running away,
Yes.
but they're dancing.
You look at my flakes.
My
you love
man-
me. You love me, yes. You come.
Yes, you're looking at my manliness.
You'll come see my flakes. Oh.
flakes. Oh my!
All right. Well,
How about that?
how about it?
Yes, how about it?
All right.
I give that. You know what? I give that last story 2 thumbs up. I give it around the world in a snap.
Round word snap and 2 savages.
Savage. Savage.
Thank you.
Okay, now
And a little.
what do we got?
And one little.
Hey, is that Joe Biden?
I didn't know Joe was here. What's up, Joe?
Hey, with the Secret Service, they're like driving through there.
No, but see, then he tries to get out of the car and gets handsy.
I know. Get back in there.
All I want to do is put my hands on your shoulders.
Yeah. Get off me!
Oh, I didn't wear my mask either. All right.
Woo. Okay.
You know what? I don't care if you are I don't care you were vice president. You can't touch them girls. Get some of this. All right. Whoo! All right. Let's move on to our last but not least little episode, daily do something section here.
What do we got going on?
Coronavirus fails.
That sounds interesting.
Oh, it's interesting. All right. So apparently when you get people at home during the coronavirus, people get a little antsy and people get stupid. Right. Now, some of this I don't necessarily, some of this I'm not necessarily sure is stupidity. I just think people are just straight up stupid.
Right.
I don't think they try to be stupid. Some of these people are just are.
And being at home with a camera is not a good combination.
So, number 1, let's hit it and see what we got. So, now.
What are they handing those out at the strip club?
That came with your roll of toilet paper. So if you look up here at the top, what this is, it's a lighthouse cookie cutter. It's a cookie cutter for a lighthouse.
Oh, a lighthouse? Sure.
Look, look. See, it's a lighthouse. See, it's a lighthouse.
Okay.
It is a lighthouse. However, when you bake them, that's what you get.
Honey, what you do with the white icing?
Where'd those cookies go? Well, they're sure as hell you know. Anyway, never mind.